Okay, we're back in our program on Inside Bicol, no? And our guests for tonight are two experts, no? One is an expert on typhoon, and the other one is an expert on information technology. Now, we have further discussed of the need for improving infrastructure. Of course, a lot of you are aware that the speed, access to internet will all depend on the kind of infrastructure that we have here, specifically in Bicol. No? And we all know that there are now telcos that have invested in this Bicol. They're providing Wi-Fi services. Some of them are also providing landline services carrying internet. But it seems that there's still a lot of things that must be done, no? In order that mag-improve talaga. No? So, sa nyo, no? Based sa observation, no? How far have we gone right now? Do you think, let's say sa mga banwaan, ang napuntang access to internet or infrastructure, anong analysis mo niya as of this time?
Ang analysis ko po is basically, one, sabi ko nga ni Subago, the availability is now wider, bigger. And that's one. Number two is, so cost, significantly, nagpara-barato na talaga eh. So, that's number two. But the primary, sa hiling ko primary issue mo niyan is itong reliability kang data. Dawa sabihin tang barato ang internet kung di man reliable, pero lugi si oras mo baga, di ba? Kasi kung ako may hinihiling ngayang sarong content via the internet na 5 megabytes, kung ang internet connectivity ko kaskas, baka in 5 minutes nahiling ko na siya. Pero kung ang internet connectivity ko maluya, baka kakano ng sarong oras ko, di ko pa siya natatapos mahiling. So, yaong kita sa araw kay itong scenario na dakulaon ng need para ma-improve itong reliability katong sa tuyang data. Yan na-experience me masyado when we were developing iTyphoon. We went into areas na outside Naga City. And nahihiling ni Mananggad kung ika-luwas sa syudad. Minsan daw, paano masasakitan ka man magiling update sa cellphone mo because ang signal paputol-putol or wara-wara din. So, sabihin tapang may libre kang 1 hour, baka si 1 hour mo maubos. Dai ka man talaga nakakuha ka itong data because paputol-putol nga ni siya.
And
Speaking
of internet data connection on cell sites. Kasi ang dami na yun, may tinatawag tayong tattoo kay Globe, we have this plug-in by Smart. These are USB sticks that you are going to just plug it into your laptop's computer to get internet connection. The problem here in our region is that we still need to improve with the cell sites, increasing into HSDPA. These are high-speed internet connection, which are now only limited to city propers. So with high-speed internet, you could get fast internet, but in some areas here in the city, there are still areas with low-speed internet. So that seems.
Yeah, of course, it's true, no? In fact, I've noticed that in most of the developed countries, they have areas where they call the Wi-Fi free zone areas. No? Almost all when they go to a particular city, available ang internet, libre, Wi-Fi free zone. Ano? And siguro this is one of the areas that the LGU should also focus, no? O investing dyan sa, of course, one is yung putting the backbone. Aside from the telcos, ang nailing ko dyan, pwede ang LGUs mag-invest dyan, itong inapod na fiber optic backbone. Ano? If they're investing a lot on the roads, millions of pesos, why not invest on what is called as the information highway? Itong inaapod dyan. So, yung naniyan, ang sabi mo na siguro there's a need for us to educate sa mga local leadership na sabihin sa India that this will help a lot in the development sa sarong banwan. Because imagine kung let's say may Wi-Fi free zone sa sarong area, and then I agree with you na itong dapat reliability. Of course may interconnection ka nga, pero kung nawawara, nagkakaigwa, nawawara, and nilipisilan. Just like ang sabi ta nga ni, ang elektrisidad. Important yan. So, garo-araw yan kayan because kung may bakong reliable, hindi mo ma-achieve. So, siguro, isaro yan sa dapat tang maipaabot sa satuyang mga local leadership na mag-invest sila. And I agree with you that ang cost of investment have considerably gone down. So siguro ang pwede panganin yan sa mga schools muna, no? Because I know ang ibang schools mapaning mga internet access, no? So siguro sa yan na mga dapat giribuhon.
Sa ano po, wali sa kuyang opinion, kay kuhan mo kaya dyan yung talagang very innovative na government leaders. I agree to that, but kuyan yan eh. Kay kuhan mo talaga yung leader na
ang iba kaya,
willing maghiling kang technology
right,
as a perfect investment
right,
for the future. Kung nagramdaman po nindo, there was a time when we were saying, let's not have this IT and everything kasi they man gabus literate. We heard that. There was I think back in 2000, that was the analogy. It's pointless daw, or it's not worth investing in IT because many are illiterate anyway. But the thing is, even ang sadit na aki mo niyan, tatao na mag-internet eh. So what we are seeing is a generation of a very literate bunch of young people. That's another reason why there's if ako lang ang siguro, if I will be an advisor for a government leader, I would say technology, internet infrastructure, backbones, etc. These are perfectly good investments that we need to get into now for so many reasons. One, barato na siya. Two, you are now having a generation na very literate, na dai mo kaipuhan paklasihon ning computer courses. 3, garo sa panahon mo niyan, ini ang sarong bagay na edge time. 4, yaon si mga tao na mga may skill and talent sa IT na we lose to other countries primarily because of financial reasons, but I've met a lot of IT people who are very good at what they're doing, who are also very willing to stay and explore what they can do here. So if you ask me, sarong magayon na area for investment talaga ining especially particularly ining pagabot sa internet. Kuyan din, sarong magayon din na isipon na the paperless generation is coming very rapidly. Right now, we are actually collaborating. Nueva Cáceres Technology Solutions Incorporated is collaborating with an IT company that is developing content for the tablet. Their objective is for the next 6 to 12 months is to launch the first university using tablets for their students. What's gonna happen is all students will take exams using tablets. All students will contact their teachers using tablets. They will even pay for what they will eat sa canteen using tablets. And our collaboration with them is basically to develop softwares that will be useful to students. So, if you look at that, baka panahon na para ang investment mag-lean towards digital content. You are seeing a future na si Malakas and si Maganda, si Pagong at si Matching, aadalan, babasahon kan mga aki, bako duman sa textbook, kundi siguro sa baratong 5 milyon o 3 milyon na Android tablet. So, I am very sure this will happen. But when it happens, the big question is, do we have the infrastructure to support it?
Tama ka dyan.
If we continue delivering content on paper, pero mahal in the long term, abot na nga ni magparaputol ng puno.
Yeah, totoo yan. In fact, ang sabi tangan is that siguro we really have to change the perceptions of some of our leaders na aram ko ang ibang some of our local leaders would rather have this infrastructure na mga roads because visual, naiiling. Aram ko ang information technology, ang iba dahil, anong mapapasabi niya, mga akong naginibo. Dahil man yung masabi, utong niya si highway, bigla ang information, unlike kang nailing mo ngayon yung roads, basketball court, mga araw kayan. But siguro tama sabi mo na we need now to educate some of our leaders na the development is on this information highway, information technology. Ang sabi nga ni kang iba, if you don't go digital, you die. Yan yung mga expert kaya, no? So, I fully agree with you na importante na ang mga banwaan should now take advantage. You know, what can they do? What they can do is perhaps invest on the fiber optic backbone. No? Anong gigibong kaya? All they have to do is to buy this fiber optic, i-lay out ninda dyan sa side ng banwaan, then get some equipment, access to internet, pwede sila mag-log ng Wi-Fi, they can now reach a lot of areas. So we don't have to wait for the national leadership. Diyan sa dining banwaan, they can. Ang ibang nga nabigay is that in other areas, hindi ang nabakal ka itong Wi-Fi equipment because there's some equipment now that it can cover one basketball, football field. Ilang ininda yan, and then of course itong inaapod na monthly recurrent fee. Of course, sa LGU na yan, that will encourage. But I fully agree with you that sayang kang mag-introduce nindo kung dahil pakikinabangan kang mga tao. Because, of course, you're introducing software, content. But how can this be, available kung mayo ng infrastructure? Kasi siguro nasa sa tuyang mga constituent na i-prod ninda ang local leadership na mag-invest dyan. I'm so glad na itong inaapod na website, baga kang mga banwaan, they have not started, but ang filming apod ko, how many of them have really invested on the website? Because dyan sa website, maaraman mo ang web. Yan ang filming apod
Yeah.
I know that Naga has one, very good, but what about other towns? Do they have this website? Of course, pwede masabi mo yung website, but are they updating it? Pwede masabi mo website yan, pero ano ang updating dyan? So, of course, nasa tao yan kung ano ang mga dapat gibon. But I know that igwa ka mo mga features pa i-introduce duman sa software typhoon na pingibo. So siguro in our next segment, we'd like you to discuss more in detail, no? Ano ining mga software na ginigibon nindo mga sabihin ta mga improvements, no? Ano pang mga measures na introduced nindo, and then of course the most important here is that how can the general public also assist you, because this will entail cost. Sabi ta nga in this world there's nothing sa bitang libre, of course it has to be a teamwork because people would benefit, but of course for the developer they also have to be assisted. Garo man ba kaya na igwan ng mga software nag-introduce? In fact, I'm glad na kamo nag-introduce because normally pag nag-introduce yung software, bayad ka agad, di ba? In your case, garo nag-develop muna kamo, pinailing do sa general public, and now you're waiting for them to appreciate it. And then with the introduction of new additional improvements there, I think it's just right that the general public must also. So siguro we'll discuss that in our next segment. So stay for a while there, and we'll be discussing more about the new software that these guys have introduced.